and they do water bath.
Okay.
Either you like it, you don't like it. What I experienced is what I experienced. You can't change the fact that I was there. You can't tell me to change my story.
What's parish? What's
part of my life right now? He might be a wrong Cele guy. He must be a wrong Cele guy running a wrong Cele church. But the fact that that thing happened, you can't change my story. It is my story. I will defend it anywhere in the world. I will defend it anywhere in the world. I will tell you the name of the place. I will tell you where the location is. That I need that stuff. Now, you guys didn't ask me. You hated me for not asking me. You need to take that. I was expecting I was expecting the Olushos to hold a meeting. Like the one that is there in Dallas. They're supposed to hold a meeting and say, what this Pastor Shola is saying, let's dig into it. Instead of we fighting him, let's dig into it. Now they will call me personally. So, Pastor Shola, what is the branch that you were talking about? Oh, that branch is only your real estate branch, pastored by so and so person. All right, don't worry. We are going to send people there to investigate. This man cannot be destroying Cele. This man must be brought to book. So that was what I was expecting. But I found out my picture was posted everywhere, and they were mocking me. I just bought a Mercedes Benz a week ago. So the issue is that you cannot force a man that is blessed. A blessed man will remain blessed forever.
Okay, sorry. David wants to say something. Dr. Shola, please don't be angry. Okay, David.
Now, this is my point, sir, with due respect to you, sir. Now, from a man like you, in all your, once you go live, you have minimum of 300 or 500 people online. I follow you, I watch your programs. Now, I follow you because you counsel well in marriage. And that concerns me. You understand? So I want to learn, I want to see if I can meet. You understand? No, we're not going into details. So, but when someone like you, even on the comment section, you hear people still supporting you. When an institution as you are come to say, this church is this. You understand? People will not think, this might be his personal experience. They will not want to open the doctrine of Cele to say, is Cele actually like this? Did Papa Oshofa found the church in this manner? I just asked that it is now. In Cele, we are not allowed to sit with women together. So how come a man would lead a woman to the stream?
In the
early 80s, as a child, I remember vividly well, Papa Oshofa bound stream baths, he bound bushwalk in Cele. So, and my parish shepherd is Daddy Astro. He's late now, God bless his soul. Captain Astro. Captain Astro was 5 and 6 with Papa Oshofa. Any Celestian, any true Celestian will know Papa Daddy Astro. In my parish, it is not allowed. But because you look, even everywhere, you have the good eggs, you have the bad eggs. Like in Cele, we have Celestians and we have Terrestrians. There are people that claim to be more holier than holy. You understand? Like when David Ibiome came up and said, you carry the picture of the person, you put it inside Kai, and then you call the name, Daddy Freeze. Anywhere Daddy Freeze, they go the eye. I used my lawyer to write to him. I said, look, you have to refute that statement. That is not right. Because even in Cele, it is forbidden for you to take alcohol. And I believe that the Shola would confirm this. In Cele, you are not allowed to take alcohol. You understand? Now, for you as an institution, let me tell you as a father, where you, like I call you a father because you are mentoring me in marriage. All those kids where they kiss your wife, they pay me because I now get my own, so they kiss for online. They show us how to love women. You and Daddy Freeze, you are oppressing us. You understand? Now, people follow you.
Yeah.
For you to come out and say, the church is like this.
Mm-hmm.
You would only say they are bad eggs.
Mm-hmm.
You make it A and B.
Mm-hmm.
I believe if you are a Celestian, you would know the blue book. You would know the doctrine.
My brother,
Yes,
let me
sir.
show you this. I wanted to see this. Do you know I'm not the one that posted it? It is the
No.
members that posted. This is the Leicester Church.
I know.
Did you say anything about this? Is there anything wrong about this?
Yes, it is very wrong.
All right. That wasn't me that did that. You see, that particular parish, we should investigate that parish. Why are you destroying Cele?
I can tell you that has already been done.
I will show you 17 videos of different celestial churches. I have them. 17. Now, those videos were not given to me. Those videos were not given to me by ordinary people. They were given to me by Cele Olushos. Olushos Cele called me. They said, Dr. Shola, thank you for calling us out. We have been talking about this thing for a long time. Let's go and clean up our homes. Our home. Let's go and clean up our churches. We have been allowing the word to enter into Cele. Let me tell you, sir. I am going to preach in Cele. Apart from that experience, they put their pulpit by the door for me because I refused to remove my shoes. You wanted to enjoy my ministry, but you said I have to wear sutana and I'll take my shoes off. And I said, sorry, I'm going to go back to my home. My shoes are staying with me because for me, your battle, it has nothing to do with the holy God. That's what I believe. So they said, okay, you can come in. I said, fine. So they put the pulpit outside. They put the pulpit outside for me, and I preached.
What country is this?
In America here. No, and I preached. But I went to CNS Church, Ayoni. CNS Church, Ayoni. I walked in there with my shoes on. I didn't wear no regalia. I went straight to the altar, and I preached a powerful message, and they celebrated me when I left. Now, the issue is this. Let me now tell you, sir. As a man of my caliber, I don't have to tell lies. I don't have to be diplomatic. I don't have to sit on the fence. I call what is wrong, wrong, and I call what is right, right. My experience at the Celestial Church in Oluyole Estate, while I was looking for visa. Now, I wanted to listen, sir. Why do you think people... Sir, that difference, I wanted to look at it, though.
I'm listening to you.
Why do you think people are afraid of Cele people? Once you have a confrontation with Cele people, they will say, Dr. Shola is alright, Cele people, now just then they do, now juju. Now, where did they get that from? Now, when I went, I was looking for visa. Well, 4 of us, 4 young men in Nigeria and in Ibadan. We wanted to Japa at that time to go to university, to go to the US and London. So we tried visa many times with different names. You know, in those days now, you will use Shola today, you will use Shola tomorrow. And then we did Olori and all that stuff. It didn't work. So one person now said, let us go to Cele.
Yeah.
So we now went to this Cele in Oluyole Estate. When we now got to the Cele Oluyole Estate, and this guy told us, oh my God, that all of our stuff will be done. In no time, we'll be away from here. So we said, okay. So he asked us to do some stuff. We did those stuff. We bought Miss Paris, Araida, Arabella, everything.
Can you speak English? I don't understand those things.
He bought sword.
I don't know what
He bought candle.
Yeah, we bought that. We bought Miss Paris. All right. We bought candle. We went and prayed in Ileanu. When we finished, we went to do water bath. When we finished water bath, he now prepared us for the day of the interview. That we have to put the Miss Paris on as we go. I told her the phrase. On my way, everybody were laughing at me in the bus. Now, who is this stupid guy? You're just smelling like crazy. So, but I was actually so focused on what I wanted to do. So I went all the way to the embassy. When I got to the embassy, I walked in. And this lady didn't ask me one question. He just took my passport, stamped it, and gave it back to me. So I went back home. I was pissed off. And when I got back to Olusho now said, I want you to tell him that the people of the world followed me there. So I said, so what next? He said, we have to be praying some more and do more things. I agreed. But at that point in time, I was already used to the life in that place. The life is so sweet. that people bring food, people bring all kinds of stuff. Now, when this guy when ladies come and they have to do water bath, he will now pick the 4 of us and then plus other people. We put on sultana. We'll be the one to go by the water side to go and give that person a bath. A man or a woman, doesn't matter. Now, I wasn't born in Cele. I do not know the practice. Maybe this is it or this is not it. For me coming there, that was what I saw. So a time came, we were doing it. And then a time came, I was the one interpreting for LME. Person that is doing the what do you call it? The spiritual prophecy. I will be the one to interpret this stuff and write it down. It is the wife of Oluso that is telling those things. So it's like we're just making money for the woman that eventually we go and collect the thing back from the river and put it back in the store. Then you see when people gather and say, hey, let me best Kale. It was one of the ones to man that she will eat before she pretend like something is happening in the morning. I was one of them. And it was a celestial touch. Now, what was I saying? Do I say all Cele people are bad? That wasn't what I was saying. I was just narrating my story of what I experienced. I wasn't born in Cele. I was born in Baptist. All right? I went to Cele in search of visa. I got there, I didn't get the visa. Now, when I stopped going there, the old shop went to our house, was looking for me. And he told my mom, my mother said, and the child is not a good person. The man fought my mom for 3 weeks. That's my truth. You can't take it away from me. You can't change my story. That was what I experienced. And I shared it. So what I was expecting was, what this guy is saying may be true. And then coupled with all the videos that I've shown you, of all ladies twerking in church and all these things, let us hold a meeting. Our church must be sanitized. Let us go. What is the name of the parish? Shola, what is the name? So parish. Go and do your investigation first. Then when you see that any embassy, then we now go there and say, Alagba, come here. This is not the Ilano. This is not the way we laid it. Why are you doing crooked stuff? There are crooked pastors in Winner. There are crooked pastors in Redeem. There are crooked pastors in CAC. We are not talking about it. I really don't think now me mentioning Cele so now bring a kind of a war. I mentioned CAC, nobody fought. I mentioned Winners, nobody fought me. I mentioned CAC, Deeper Life, nobody fought me. I mentioned Cele one time. And my picture was posted all over the world. And people were raining curses on me for telling my truth. Yes, sir.
Let me say something. I need to welcome one of the most humble church leaders I know. If you know how humble Prophet Genesis is, you will appreciate him. Ladies and gentlemen, with us today is Dr. Israel Oladele. I should add Ogundipe.
Israel Oladele
Ogundipe. Okay. I want to Moindele. And I also have Dr. Shola too in the house. Dr. Shola is somebody I respect a lot. He's my friend and brother. And I love people to share their experiences. If you remember the day I brought Genesis Global, I said that was Dr. Shola's experience. Let him share. He has shared many experiences with me before. There was one he told me that I don't know whether it's the Olusha, I don't know whether it's this Cele or another pastor, said he was talking to a girl and the girl no grief for him. Dr. Shola, please share that story.
It was the same Cele, the same guy, Oluyole Estate at that time was still a bush. And it was inside of that bush. We lived in Ring Road at J Bay area, so we walked. We always come to Oluyole Estate when we go to school because I was at Pata school. So there was this rich girl. I was trying to talk to this girl, but this girl would never talk to me and stuff. So when I went to church, I was looking for visa. So we actually chipped that in because we could see a lot of young ladies coming from overseas countries. They come from Italy to come and do share over there and stuff. So The guy now told me, he said, can you bring his picture? I said, sure. I said, what's going to happen? He said, don't worry, just going to bring a picture and a name. So I went, I got a picture. So this guy put my picture with the girl's picture, wrap it around one wooden stuff with a rope, red and black stuff, and put it underneath the pepper. I am standing here, Prophet Oladile, Prophet Genesis, after my brother, and Daddy Priest. I'm standing here in the presence of God, that I must not lie. As a man of God who took the oath never to mislead the children of God. 3 days after, that girl was the one looking for me.
Hey!
So how did it end, sir?
I was the one who said, because the guy told me, he said, this thing that I did, you have to renew it. And I said, wow. I said, so if I marry this rich girl now and she brings her money, so I have to be coming here to renew this thing for the rest of my life. How about if I stop? He said, she'll wake up. And then that will be the end of the whole stuff. Now,
What if the Olusho dies?
that wasn't me. Oh. Now, this same Olusho married one half-caste girl who came to do his share there. She was traveling to Dubai to buy markets. So she had problem with immigration. So she came over there. That lady got married to Olusho, gave back to 4 kids. Gave back to 4 kids right there while I was there. And I'm telling you this before God and man. We can tell stories of a lot of pastors here. Of Winners Chapel pastors, Redeemed pastors, Christ Embassy pastors. And these are authentic stories. But what I was talking about as a priest is this. Once I mentioned CAC, I mentioned Cele, it wasn't supposed to be a battle. That was my story with that Cele pastor. A lot of people have, this Oladele here, Genesis. People have issue with him. They brought his case to me for me to blog him. I said, no, I'm not doing that. You are a member of his church. You have been going there before. If you have been going there, whatever happened between you and him, go and settle it. There was one woman who is a blogger, came to me and be telling me rubbish about Oladele that he wants me to team up with her.
They insulted me. That time he had an issue, and I stood with him. They dragged me.
He said, oh, he's a scammer. He took money and bought no land. He didn't do this. He slept with me. He tried to do this. I didn't do that stuff. Because Oladele has never offended me. I've never been to his church. Never been there. I don't know. I only see him on social media giving money out to people. All right? So that's my story. I was there. I witnessed it. I was part of the system. At the end of the whole stuff, when I came out of it, I always tell people of my network, beware of prophets. You will know me that's what I say. Because every prophet I've mingled with, they come out to be good. There will be good prophets. I'm not doubting that. There are good prophets. But the ones that I've encountered, some of them try to scam me. Some of them are on social media trying to scam people. So my point is that's my story. Thank you.
God bless you, Dr. Shola. Now over to Prophet Israel Oladele, the lead shepherd of Genesis Global, a celestial church, a man whom I also love and respect. And thank you. It's an honor to have you here. Genesis Global.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, doctor.
Reveal.
Yes,
see
sir.
Your brother here, Sikpa. Nine go carry me come this live.
Son, he's a shepherd.
I was very excited when you told me that Dr. Shola will be live because I don't have to dodge our meetings, not to compete, but to complete ourselves. And I love learning from people because the day you start dying is the day you stop learning. Even when it was not there, I told you that we can buy everything in the market, but we cannot buy experience in the market. And you have to lead. You have to be led to lead. I don't argue Bible because it depends on your spiritual maturity and your ability to be well revelated. As you've been able to connect to Christ, but I want to say thank you for this opportunity, and all those who are watching us around. I appreciate the fact that I met this. My coming that day was not to say one church was bad, this church is bad. And I was not defending Genesis Global. It was the video that I saw, sir. The video, in that video, sir, you said when you used to do Agba Meje, that means 7 elders, that I saw the video and we were the one doing Agba Meje. And I stand to be corrected, sir, that before you do Agba Meje in Celestial, you ought to have gotten to a certain stage which cannot be attained by mouth, by effort, by your knowledge. Is by revelation, is by the grace of God upon you. Because if you have not been delivered, you can't deliver people. Those Agbameji are the ones that we pray, probably for deliverance, for protection. It's like a prayer chain. And I was able to prove to Daddy Fish that if we're going to do Agbameji in Cele, it will be 7 elders, 4 men, 3 women. And I said the meaning of 7 is number of perfection. Number of 7 is number of perfection. Philippians 1:6 says it was started to go through my life will perfect it unto the death of Jesus Christ. And Psalm 138:8 says the Lord will perfect that which concerns me. So we believe that both male and female, we came from a mother and a father. And I stand to be corrected. Probably you've been in Celestial before me. I wouldn't know where you had your experience or experiences. But with my own little knowledge of 20 years in Celestial Church, to the glory of God, I know that some people go to the stream, they go to the river and all that, but we don't do it. Genesis don't do it. And some other Celestial Church. And I expect that someone is wearing a camouflage does not mean the person is a soldier. That someone is wearing a police cloth does not mean the person is a police officer. So 7 elders will never be there where we have 3 mothers or sisters, and a man will be dipping his hand into the body or vagina of a woman. The mothers there will have to react because of as Omo Yoruba, no mother would tend to look at that happen. If elders as men, I don't know. And said one to not when I saw the video, I said to be, but as I saw that video, in that video it was the fact that you said Awalamanshi Agbameje. Now we did do Agbameje. If you are saying Omo Emi, Awalamanshi. So my own thoughts when I saw it was, as Agbameje, you must have attained that level of that leadership as a father, as the leader, to have known that that wouldn't or shouldn't have happened. I think
okay. Let me
so that was why I said.
Let me take this in.
Yes, sir.
Do you think everybody that is a pastor in Winners Chapel or in Redeemed Church today were called by God, sir?
No, sir.
Very good. Now, it's not every Cele that will follow the rules.
Yes,
the incident I'm telling you happened in 1992 in a battle. 1992.
Okay.
I remember the name of the Olusho. It's actually almost my age mate.
Can I ask some questions, sir? Can I ask you a few questions, sir?
Right.
Were you a member? For how many years were you a member of that church, sir?
I wasn't a member of the church. I went there to seek for visa. I went there for visa.
Okay, sir.
So they told us, when we were growing up, once you need something, they want it to happen like instantly. We leave CAC, we leave Baptist Church, we go to Cele. So we believe in those days, based on the information given, once you go to Cele, it's going to be instantly. So once you go to Cele, you are expecting Ogunwaye Ekushia like instant and stop. We go there with fear. That you can't wear your shoes. It is by the junction, long junction. We'll take our shoes off to walk into that jungle. And you said Cele people don't do water bath. I want to disagree, sir. Maybe some.
No, I'm not saying, sir. I'm not saying so, sir. I said
maybe some.
Genesis.
And that was what my brother was saying. I will tell you, I've been to other celestial churches where they do water bath. Yes,
I believe.
where they do.
I know.
So I wasn't a member of the church. I was just there as a visitor to collect visa. Then I got used to the place, and the guy will now use us to do a Bagba.
Oh.
That's what I was saying.
So, sir, then when you were doing Agbagba, so you had the chance of touching those ladies, sir?
No, you see, once you are in a wrong setting, the moment you are in a wrong setting, you don't know. Majority of people that go to church today and they use juju to collect money from their, they don't know it was juju they use.
You're correct.
People that go to church today and they're sleeping with their wives and their children, they don't know that that's the wrong place. They do it in the name of God. They do it as if to say it's the right thing to do. A lot of people go and do Igbele. What is Igbele again? Night vigil, right? No, not night vigil. What is Igbele? Igbele in English. But if it's what is Igbele in English again?
Isoji, Ishoru is night vigil.
Do you know how many people go and do Igbele and they sleep with them and they get them pregnant?
Igbele, when they do Igbele, you have to...
No. I want to know the English name of the Igbele, sir.
I'm not Yoruba, I can't know.
So it's more of night vigil. It's more of night vigil. They can do Igbele of 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. There's this particular lady on TikTok right now, Prophet Genesis, on TikTok right now, that is actually so angry that she got pregnant during Igbele in Celestial Church. I wasn't the one that did that. She came out herself. She mentioned it. Now, these are wrong places that we go to. And once we go to wrong places, that's our truth. Because the name on the signboard reads Celestial Church. So what is there is, once we now talk about this thing, I was expecting the real Cele people to now say, you know what? So there are some people that have been messing up our name. Or they're allowing men to give a river back to women. Or they are using people that are not qualified as a Bagbameje. Or they are doing this and this. Then it is time for us to go and clean up our home.
So, you know why that can't happen? I will explain the problem, what we are facing now. After the demise of, and let me put this on record again, in Celestial Church, the doctrine, I'm talking Cele generally, both any faction, it is not allowed. Stream bath is not allowed.
At all.
It's not allowed. In fact, before me and Daddy Freeze agreed to come online, I had to call headquarters.
Yes,
to say, look, I'm coming online and I'm coming to speak on this matter.
Yes, sir.
Now, when one of the supplements said to me, after you say Papa Oshofa banned stream baths and bushwalk, you know it is not a Cele. Many of those native, I call them native doctor shepherds, will come after you. And I say, so far I do not patronize them. So it is, let's state it here, Cele has a doctrine. In the doctrine, stream bath is not allowed. Bushwalk is not allowed. We can't mix, a man cannot touch a woman the way you described. I will tell you, you were a victim of one of the native doctor Celestians. Local Cele, native doctor Cele. Those ones, you can't find their churches in VI. You can't find them in the city. They are always located inside the bush. You understand me? They are located outskirts. So nobody has control over them. In Cele, why did these people, for those shepherds that are sending you those videos, with due respect to my father in the Lord here, for those people that are sending you those videos, I think they are part of the problem.
Yes, sir.
You do not take your dirty linen outside to wash them. You see the video you just showed me about girls twerking in church. The elders sitting there are not elders. It is wrong in Cele. It is very wrong.
Daddy Freeze, it was a movie. That was a movie. That one was a movie.
Okay, I'll show you another one. Let me show you another one that is not time.
I know, sir. I know what you are saying, sir. Shola, I am so glad that you are not one of those elders, sir. You went to the wrong celestial church. I'm not going to lie to you, sir.
No, I didn't argue with you on that one. I did
yes,
not.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm not just going to talk about other church or anything like that. It was a wrong celestial church. There was a time I wanted to pick up a fight with some people acting movies with celestial church, with celestial uniform. But I'm not the head of celestial church. I would have sued them because of the way they were representing our garments. But there is no way I would have been able to do that since I'm not the head of the church. Just like we can't see some people, and you can see the way some people are even using Nigerian police uniform, army uniform to do what they like. So I want to believe, sir, you went to the wrong celestial church. I'm going to still go back to that video, but since you weren't a member of Celestial then, I don't want to advertise Genesis, and I don't want to advertise many churches. We have some wonderful leaders, some good leaders. We have this daddy in Ibadan, Baba Wale, Daddy Evans. We have lots of good preachers who are fathers, who are mentors. Sir, you went to the wrong celestial church. You will go to somewhere you will see them take alcohol on the harvest day. They are not celestials. They are only putting it there. They are not celestials, sir. And the one, the river, we don't go to the river. Stream.
This one here is a movie too, right, sir?
I don't know. That is Cherubim and Seraphim.
No, sir. This is Cele. This is Cele, sir. No,
look at
this is Cele, sir. This is Cele, sir.
Sir,
Prophet Oladele,
sir,
I agree with all what you say.
Yes, sir.
See, the issue is in Pentecostal churches, as in like CAC, Winners Chapel, we have bad churches there too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We have bad people fall victim of things. But you see, one thing I did, because I just wanted to just put a little light in what you just said. I went to a church, and when I got to the church, the man of God said, I need 7 people to donate money. Before he did that, he called me to the side. He said, Dr. Shola, they love you in my church. I said, yes, sir. He said, I want you to take advantage of this moment to raise me 100,000.
Wow.
Okay. Now, I didn't say a word. I went straight to church. Normally, if the guy is the one preaching, he can't preach more than 40 minutes. The church members will stand up and go away. I was there for 3.5 hours. I didn't drop the mic. Those guys were still there listening. He got mad. He said, but every time he's preaching, after 40 minutes, they will say, oh, time up. He said, but Dr. Shola is talking about reality of life. And that's what we want. So at the end of the day, he was looking at me that I was going to raise the money. I did not raise the money, sir. Then I went to the back and I said, sir, you want me to raise money for what?
I'm ready. I'm waiting for you.
Is it for road construction? Is it for constructing the house of God? Is it for what, sir? You don't have any reason to raise money. These people are paying their tithe already. They have their own responsibilities too. By the time I finished, the wife was thanking me. Because me, I have a big mouth. I will say it. You may not like me tomorrow. That's your palaver. I went to one regime to preach. They asked me to come and talk about relationship. I got to the issue of oral sex. I said oral sex.
Oral, just say oral doings.
Oral doings. The pastor came and collect microphone from me as I was talking. And the church members stood up and said, that's rude. Go back and give the microphone and apologize. And the guy came and apologized to me. I continued. And when I wanted to break his back, and I asked the question, I said, how many of you men here love to have their instruments? All of them say, oh. And I asked the ladies, how many of you want your plate leak over here? They say, ooh, including the pastor's wife. At the end of the stuff, the man now met me in the office, and I said, Dr. Shola,
hey.
People like this. I said, me, I live with them at home. You only meet them in church. They come to church, they act holy, but they go home, they act normal. I said, sir, I know your church members more than you, and I want you to believe that. So there are so many things that will happen in church that we have to correct, man of God. That once we see it, we see that they're actually misrepresenting us. That's not what Jesus Christ is saying. That's not what the Bible is saying. We have to talk about it. Like me, after myself and Daddy Freeze finished talking, we had a meeting. It was like 1 hour meeting with Daddy Freeze that day. I shared a lot of things with him. And I made up my mind. You know what I said? Next time I go to Nigeria, I'm going to find out Olusho. I'm going to find him. And I'll let him know that if you are not Cele, please remove that signboard of Cele from your church. Put a different name there. Because what you've done, you have misled people to believe this is Cele here. Whereas that's not Cele. You're actually Babalawo in white. As many as possible of them that are in the society today, we got to one step off of the radar. Our members are going to these places and then they generalize. They say Cele is bad, they do juju there. Maybe the one they went to.
Yes, sir.
All right? Maybe the one they went to. And because those ones are wearing white and they put Cele in the signboard and the rainbow, we believe it's Professor Ladele, do you know people come to me and say, the Cele logo looks like the gay logo? He said almost it must be that Cele people are gay people. I said, well, I'm not talking that though. I said the issue is it looks alike for real, but I don't think it's the same. So we have to educate people. And that's what I love about Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze is breaking it down. And letting them understand this is the way it is, that's not the way. If we keep quiet, they will destroy our religion. We can't keep quiet. Those people must go. I was telling Daddy Freeze this. And next time I go to Nigeria, I'm going to New Orleans Estate to locate that guy. And I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to do it on my show also. Sir?
You can start by calling his name, expose him to save other people from going to that place.
Pastor, David Sikpa, I mean, with due respect, with the little that I know in journalism, sir, I didn't go to school, but I learned from elders. I would say it is not good to mention his name here now until Doctor is in Nigeria. You know, one of the maxims of equity says, "He who wants equity must come to equity with clean hands." Dr. Shola is an elderly man. To the glory of God, we're learning from him as a big brother and a Yoruba man. There are ways of handling things. And like I said, anything outside wisdom is connected to ignorance. So we need wisdom here. We're not here to defend. We are not here to compete. We are not here to malign. We are not here to kneel. I'm not here to disrespect anyone. But when Dr. Shola is here, I think he will be able to do that. And this goes to Celestial Head as a whole. These are the things they should investigate. These are the things they should do. I mean, we shouldn't keep quiet. He truly had the experience. Because my own thought was, then he was an elder in the church, not knowing that he went to a church where the shepherd was not spiritually loaded, when he was not, the shepherd is not worded, is not well revelated, is not well informed. He does not know his Bible, because you don't need to wash your head to go to the embassy. You don't need to use anything to rub your body to go to the embassy when the grace of God is at work in your life. When the mark of God is upon you. He said, let no man trouble me, for I carry the mark of God. When you are a carrier of authority, you are a carrier of his presence. David Sikpa, you've known me way back. I've ministered severally. I've been to Port Harcourt severally. There is no church in the world that I've ever preached that would say I collected, I received honorarium. Only one church when I went to America, and I gave the money out to my own spiritual, the person that encouraged me to be in Celestial. And since then, God told me anywhere I go to minister, if I collect honorarium, it's going to pull back from me. I minister, I go my own way. All over the world, they are watching me now. So I read my Bible, I study the word, and I develop myself, I caution myself. My mom is from the Christ Gospel Apostolic Church. And sir, there was a day I have 3 cars, one for myself, one for my wife, one for, the church bus. So there was a day I showed my mom that I just got a new car. My mom said, come. My mom is 75 now as a CSC person. She said, are you sure they bought this car for you? Or you are the one that told them God said? You can imagine how my mom is still disciplined till today as a 60-year woman, 75. She said, wow, she's an American woman. Wow, she will do so for She said, if I was the one that told them God said they should buy me a car, that will start being the end of my glory. I said, no, it was a gift. Now, it depends on where you started from. It depends on who mentored you. If Holy Spirit has mentored you and you are genuinely connected to be directed by God, you would not mislead people. So I want to believe that shepherd, apart from going to Bible school, he hasn't been studying the Word of God very well. I've been to Port Harcourt several places all over the world, and I've prophesied really, and people that I give prophecies to are still there, to the glory of God, with lots of confirmation of prophecies. Because God is spirit, and those who serve him must serve him in spirit and in truth. He knows, you shall know the truth.
Pneuma ton aletheia in Greek.
You don't need to watch your head to be successful. You just need to watch your brain.
You know what I say?
You need to get your mind.
Sorry, let him finish.
You need to get your mind transformed. When you get your mind transformed, there will be mental maturity that when they are lying to you, you know they are lying to you. Sir, when someone said you will tie someone's name with your name, and the lady came for you, they thought the lady had been interested in you. She was thinking about it. It wasn't in that thing that worked.
Oh no! I beg to disagree, sir. I beg to disagree.
I'm only trying to.
I beg to disagree.
Wait,
to disagree. And Professor Ladele, if you don't believe Juju is working, I need you to listen
to me. Sir, I'm only trying to make people laugh here. I believe you. I'm only trying to make people laugh here. Let me give you one case one day. A lady came to the church with the mom. I wouldn't know, maybe it was satanic or one demon in her. And she was saying all she wanted, that she wanted to marry Davido. Wizkid. And she was saying Wizkid. And I told the mom, I said it was what was in the mind of this girl that she was saying. So the mother thought she was mad until I sat her down and I started, encouraging her, advising her, asking her questions. Sir, do you know if they have gone to another person, the person will have said, bring money, I will help you pray. Wizkid will be looking for you. So what I said about your own, I'm not arguing with your experience. I'm only trying to want to make people laugh. Because there are some people I've never even toasted in my life that call themselves my wife. There are some people I've never met in my life that call them. So the saga I faced then, later a lady came out and confessed how they planned it. She confessed how they planned it, everything. I still have my videos here. But I wasn't interested because not that I've attained, not that I've accomplished, but one thing that I do is to forget about things that are behind and think about things that are before. So I am as well saying that this is a way that our leaders too should see to this and correct some things that are meant to be corrected. Before the law that they said they should be throwing money in church, the Sikpa, you will know that I have been announcing that you can't spray money in our church room. You can't spray money inside the church, because when you are spraying money inside the church, you are disrespecting God. Number two, you are making some people feel less, that some people are better than some people. You don't know where they brought their money from. You can't just be spraying money, 1 million, 2 million naira in the church, and you will be happy as a shepherd. You are breeding, you are building people who don't know how to manage money. You are building criminals. You are building scammers that will make people cry, go extra mile to look for money, to want to be who they are. Meanwhile, they are not who they are.
All right. Let me make a point, and I'm going to get out of here. It's 1 o'clock already. Now, my point is this, man of God, and I'm not going to change it. I don't worship God through men.
Great.
If you say Olorun Obadari around me, I will look at you and walk away. If you say Olorun Adeboye around me, I'll look at you and walk away.
Me too.
I don't know the God they serve. I don't know the God they serve. It may not be my God. It may be a different. That's why the Bible says, they that know their God, they shall be strong. I must know my own God. All right? By myself. I don't know God through a man. All right? A man. Pastor Ladele can preach to me. I mean, hear the voice of God through the preaching. But I'm not going to actually now say, I'm serving Olorun Oladele. No, I'm not. I don't know the God you serve. I don't know what you do before you come. I don't know the high God that is in your house that is bringing people. Because I was sitting down here by myself. I know 2 prophets in Nigeria. They reached out to me. There was one prophet that I tackled. He said to one woman, he said, I will not pray for your son, and your son will die if you don't go and bring that document of the land. The land that I called you.
That's not a portion.
You understand? That land. Go and bring it. If you don't bring it, and I said something, that video went to 50 million views. And overnight, my phone was blasting. And all of the prophets in Nigeria were calling me. And they were begging. It was a mistake. He didn't know the camera was on. He didn't know this. I said, so even if the camera wasn't on, you have the right to say that, to take a land because the child was sick. And I told them, I said, tell the man himself to call me. So he called me later in the morning. And when he finished calling me, he apologized. And I told him, I said, sir, I don't have anything against you. I'm not God. I said, but one thing is, I'm feeling for that woman. I said, how much will it cost for that woman to go to the hospital? I'm ready to pay it. I said, sir, leave prayer alone. Let us take that kid to the hospital first, and then you can pray prayer of deliverance for them later and stop. And that was what I did. With my money, I sent them to the hospital to be treated. Now, I don't go by people's gods. I don't believe men of God. I will never in my life believe men of God in my life. All I believe is myself, and I connect to God. Now, I tell my church members, don't worship my God. Find God yourself. Never say, Olorun Shola Adeoye. You don't know what I did before leaving my house. Now, those prophets now told me. They said, Dr. Shola, I said, yes. He said, those members that you see in our churches, 5,000, 6,000, he said, those people don't know when they enter the church. I said, what do you mean? He said, it is outside. We put the juju on the street. He said, don't pass that street. If you pass it, you come in church. If you pass that street, you enter church. I said, so how do you make money? He said, we take videos of these things, and when we ship it to America, Americans believe that we have power. So they start consulting us, and then we start making money from it. I was just sitting on my show. When people come to me and say, Dr. Shola, you don't like money. You're always telling the truth. You are destroying business for us. And I was like, really? Then they start mentioning names of these prophets. They don't sleep with their wives. They don't stay home. They go outside during the night. And I was able to encounter one. The wife came to deliver in America. Happens to join my church. And she called me with crying. Please help me to talk to my husband. I sit down at the back of the church. I'm not allowed to come in front. And I said, really? That man of God came. I didn't talk to him more. I was just looking at him how he was flexing. He was flexing most and stuff. Then I brought one to our church to come and preach. You know the big bishop with the big thing? You know when you want to give them microphones that they preach? You will first of all say great things and say, put your hands together as I bring bishop so and so to the stage.
Yeah.
So once he came to the stage, Olusha, I gave him a hug, sir. I gave this man a hug. The change shocked me.
Hero.
I'm before God and man here. The change shocked me. Bam! I gave him a microphone. I went back to my seat like a dummy. I was just like this, like a dummy. I was just there thinking. When we finished preaching, I didn't give him an honorarium. I sent somebody to go and give him an honorarium in his car. 4 months down the road, the guy called me. He came back from Nigeria. He said, Dr. Shola, I think you have to be a bishop. We are doing anointing for a new bishop, and I want to dominate you. I said, I don't want to be bishop. Leave me alone. I just want to be here, and that's what I want.
This one will change the shock.
Dr. Ladele, what am I saying here? Esther, don't believe any man of God, sir. Believe in yourself alone. Don't fight for none. Don't fight for anybody. Fight for Genesis Global. Don't fight for another Cele. Don't fight for another CAC. You know yourself, you know what's the foundation. You know it.
That's what my brother Image told me.
Yeah, anything that has to do with anybody, please don't fight. Because once you fight for them and people know them, they think you are one of them. Because we know them. We know them very well. We have seen them in operation before. So we know Genesis Global. Stay within your own territory. Defend yourself. When they mention Genesis, fight. But when they will mention another parish.
So we are not fighting, no. I've never fought. Sir,
I'm a brother. Go back and follow me. Follow me. You are following wisdom.
Okay. I want to end here. I want to end here.
You, sir, that your experience and what happened was not from a celestial person. And I still go back to it that the word Sultana does not mean they are celestial. So like all those videos you showed, I still go back to it that they are not celestial. I have seen several things like that in the movie. I've seen that online. I've seen where they arrested some people, they were Sultana, and when they investigated them, they said they were celestial, and to the glory of God, later it was confirmed that they were not celestial. Sir, I want us to agree that the part of that uniform, that Sultana that we're wearing together, has connected